Buried by the world, raised by the word. The world buried you. It didn't use a shovel. It used shame. It used failure. It used silence. It used betrayal. It dug deep with every lie, every heartbreak, every night you cried alone, and every time someone said, "You'll never make it." And then it stood over your grave and threw dirt with its labels: worthless, sinner, addict, lost, broken. But what the world didn't realize is that the word was still speaking. You see, the word of God doesn't just echo through holy places. It reaches into tombs. It doesn't whisper. It commands. And when it speaks, graves lose their grip. Hebrews 4:12 says the word is alive and powerful, not symbolic, not poetic. Alive. And if it's alive, it means it can walk into your pit and pull you out. But here's the problem. Too many pastors preach graves as destinations, not transitions. Too many imams read ink, but reject the incarnate word. Too many priests recite rituals, but bury the resurrection. And too many skeptics bow to the dirt like it's the final say. They forget Jesus was buried too, but he wasn't buried because he lost. He was buried because he was about to break through. The Word made flesh entered the grave to rewrite your story. He didn't avoid the pit. He stepped into it and detonated it from the inside out. So why are you still living like the grave is home? Why are you letting the world decide where your story ends? When God speaks, everything buried must move. When Jesus cried, "Lazarus, come forth," the tomb didn't get a vote. Dead tissue obeyed. Grave clothes fell. Why? Because when the word speaks, even death listens. That same word is speaking over you right now, not through a motivational quote, not through a social media filter, through eternal, blood-backed truth, through fire-tested promises that don't break when the world does. So let's confront the lie that says you're too far gone, too broken, too buried. That lie didn't come from the word. It came from the dirt, and dirt doesn't get the last word. God does. You were never meant to stay underground. You weren't built to rot in regret. You were designed to rise by divine command. And when the word of God grabs you, what buried you becomes the very thing that proves you were resurrected. But make no mistake, this isn't about religious theater. This is about war, spiritual war. Because the moment the word starts calling you up, the world will double its dirt. Friends will mock you. Leaders will dismiss you. Religion will try to chain you back into the tomb it calls tradition. But the word never returns void. It doesn't stutter. It doesn't second guess. If it says rise, you rise. So ask yourself, who's writing your story? The world that buried you, or the word that's calling you? Are you listening to the echo of shame or the roar of resurrection? Don't you dare settle for the dirt. Don't you dare worship at the grave of your past. Jesus didn't die and rise so you could stay in a pit labeled Christian, but living like a corpse. He rose so you could rise, different, holy, powerful, and unstoppable. Buried by the world. That was your past. Raised by the word? That's your destiny. Prove me wrong.